Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of my Call of Duty Ghosts Weapon Guide. In this episode, the K7, a South Korean SMG with permanently attached suppressor, manufactured by Daewoo. The K7's damage is very low. No other weapon deals as little per shot. Nevertheless, the K7 will still kill in 3 shots in close quarters, although headshots yield no improvement to this performance. Effective range is surprisingly long too, with the 3-hit kill retained until a middle range. At longer distances, damage drops to a very low level, meaning you may need up to 7 shots to kill. Needless to say, you should avoid any conflict at such ranges. Rate of fire is healthy at 895 rounds per minute. This helps to ensure rapid kills up close, as well as consistent performance from the hip, as befits an SMG. Recoil is moderate, which conspires with the low range damage to severely impact your ability to tackle distant targets. Stick to close quarters engagements only, and the weapon's kick won't be too much of a factor. Aim time is very quick at 200 milliseconds, and you'll move at the brisk pace of the SMG default at 100% of the base speed. Magazine capacity is okay. 32 rounds is certainly sufficient for most engagements, but this is the joint lowest capacity within the SMG category. Pleasingly, reloads are the fastest in class. At 2.5 seconds, you can top up frequently without the risk of too much downtime. The K7 is a weapon designed for a pure stealth role, so it makes sense to embrace this when building your class. Attachments are a fairly open selection, as the silencer is included by default. But the foregrip is always a worthy selection, as it will enhance the weapon's handling by lowering recoil. While you won't be able to compete at a longer range, the K7's abysmal minimal damage makes sure of that. Lower kick makes for greater accuracy. Extended mags is another solid choice, granting an extra 50% capacity. This will help when facing multiple opponents, and can otherwise save you from an inconvenient reload. For your perks, it's best to load up with stealth options. Off the grid is a good spend, as it will prevent your position being revealed through enemy satcoms. Dead silence is another good choice when facing more attentive enemies, or while playing quieter game modes. Your footsteps may otherwise alert a foe to your presence. Incog will hide you from some electronic means of detection, including the thermal scope, but perhaps more useful is the removal of your red name above your head from your enemy's point of view. This can buy you a few moments when you run into a slower-witted enemy, potentially fooling them for a second into thinking you're an ally. Beyond this, mobility is another area worth investing in. Marathon is a good choice for larger maps, but staying undetected should always be your prime concern. The K7 is an excellent weapon for use in close quarters that comes preloaded with an intrinsic stealth benefit. No other silenced SMG matches the K7's range, with a substantial 3-hit kill zone at your disposal. With a higher than average rate of fire and only moderate recoil, if you can get close with the K7, you can do much damage and very quickly. However, the K7 is simply not competitive at a distance. With the lowest per shot damage of any weapon, tackling opponents at range is an open invitation to your own demise. Instead, you must embrace the highly mobile stealth role and stay undetected until the very last moment before silently engaging and eliminating the opposition. Great care must be taken not to bite off more than you can chew. With limited magazine capacity, it's best to pick off single, unaware opponents where possible, rather than stirring the hornet's nest and facing swift reprisal. Still, if you're looking for a well-handling SMG that's purpose-built for covert ops, that'll be the Daewoo. Thank you very much for watching, and join me next time when I'll be covering the MSBS. Until then, farewell.